change your furniture but can't quite find what you're looking for? Well, you may need to go custom.
Hi, I'm Linda Shore, owner of New Design Furniture Manufacturing. We manufacture custom furniture, upholstered and case goods. The great thing about custom is it's built to last, and you can get the fabric that you want, everything from the size to fit your space. You get what you want.
We take you through the process of what it takes to build custom furniture on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. When it comes to creating custom furniture pieces for your home, there are many reasons why one might choose to go custom. You may be looking for some quality, long-lasting pieces, or perhaps you have an awkward room layout and need something that fits, or maybe just looking for something unique and different. But whatever the case, we're here to help. Today, we get expert advice on the importance of building a strong frame, choosing the right fabrics and finishes, trending furniture styles, and much more. We're here today at New Design Furniture, and joining us is the owner, Linda Shore. Linda, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you so much.
So this is going to be great because what you have here is a custom furniture shop, and we want to share with our viewers some ways that custom furniture is made, and it's such an important part of home design because sometimes there's a piece that you just cannot find in a store, and it needs to be made to fit a specific size in the home, or just something that if you've dreamed up and you really want to make it a furniture piece in your own home.
Right, that's the beauty of custom.
Absolutely.
You can do any size to fit your home, and we can modify any picture that you have or sketch that you come up with.
So you mentioned pictures and sketches, and that's kind of where it all starts.
It does,
right?
yes. So a lot of times that we'll get, for example, a picture like this, or we'll get a sketch, and we take the dimensions that the designer gives us. This is a sample of a chair that we made, and once we have this, then we'll make whatever modifications from the sample chair and go from there.
And then at this point, if there's something needs to be modified or whatever, it could be done because this is the raw frame. This is the time to do it.
Exactly.
What are some of the more popular wood types that you're working with right now?
So we do a lot with maple, which is a nice strong wood, but if you want a little more texture, we do oak, which is very popular.
Definitely seeing a lot of oak right now.
Yes, it really gives you a lot of warmth, and
it's got that grain.
Really a nice wood to use, as well as we do a lot of walnut too.
What makes a quality frame as we have here? Because I know not all frames are made equally.
They aren't. And a good quality frame is made of hardwood. And the nice thing about a hardwood frame is if you want to change the fabric on that frame, it's, you have that quality frame that'll last you almost your lifetime.
And that's what it's all about too, because as we see, you guys also reupholster here as well.
We do a lot of reupholstering, and that's just a great way to change the look of your house and keep your quality frame.
And it allows sometimes a very sentimental piece of furniture to live on for generations, or just to change up something that you once loved in a certain look to make it a new look that you love.
Exactly.
What would you say are some of the most popular types of leg? We're seeing a wood leg, something more tapered, metal. What are some of the things that you're seeing?
So we're seeing a lot of the tapered leg, the flared leg, and we even are doing a lot of acrylic now.
Yes, very popular.
That gives you a little bit more of a floating look, and it's beautiful in a contemporary home.
I love that. I love the acrylic leg because of that feel of just that lightness of the piece, and very much modern, but also a little touch of glam sometimes.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And now you could color match any finish for the leg. So if we're trying to match an existing dining table and we're doing new chairs for it, you can create a finish sample that would match that?
Right. We do a strike off of a color that would be provided, and we can match pretty much any stain or lacquer finish. We do build up high gloss.
I want to give our viewers a little bit of vocabulary when it comes to creating custom furniture, a strike off. So talk about what that is.
So a designer will provide us with a sample of wood, and we'll do a color match often we'll use a shade a little darker, a little lighter, and as close to that color as possible, just to get the right match, and they can choose from that.
So there's a lot of different finish types as well. So a lot of detail goes into custom furniture. Coming up, we look at function and style of fabrics for your furniture on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk all about custom furniture here at New Design Furniture with Linda Shore, the owner of New Design Furniture. Linda, so we talked a little bit about the basics of starting a custom piece. That starts with the frame.
Right.
Now, after we get the frame made, then it's the finish.
The finishes, and you have a lot to choose from.
There are, and you certainly have a great sampling here. So when it comes to choosing the right finish for the furnishings, I mean, getting that spot on is, as a designer, for me, that is key.
Right.
And for any homeowner, I'm sure if they're looking to match existing pieces or just get that color just right.
Right.
Why don't we start with the oak? Because I feel like that really illustrates a good example.
It does. 2 examples of what you can do with the oak. This is more of a tone on tone. This gives you 2 tones. So you can do a lot with the same different type of wood.
Nice, and that's great because this is really a popular look right now.
It
We're
is.
seeing when people want to bring out the grain.
Right. We can really open up the grain with oak and give you more texture. So this, you have more of a lacquer finish.
Yes.
And this has more of a stain.
And the lacquer, sort of a matte lacquer, and even a high gloss lacquer, very popular request right now too, I think, for that very modern styling.
Right. It's a multi-layer approach.
So that's many steps.
It's many
steps. A lot is involved
yes.
in getting that finish.
Yes, so it's more of like a piano finish.
Now we've got a lot of different wood stains here.
Right, so these were much more popular years ago. Now we're more going towards a lighter wood.
That's a really great point because I'm seeing so much of these like taupes and the grays and everything. While we're still doing some dark wood accents, sometimes that might be if you're matching an existing set of furniture, but depending on your overall aesthetic in the room, these are a really nice offering.
Right.
So we've also even got some silvers here.
Some silver, we do silver leaf, gold leaf, as well as metallics that we put it on wood and it looks like metal.
Wow. Now this is just a sampling. I know that you guys could match bright colors, you could do different metallics, everything in between, right?
Exactly.
And this is only half of it because I feel like the other half, if the furniture has upholstery, is getting the fabric right.
Right.
And we are going to give you some tips on selecting some of the right fabrics for your upholstered furniture. But before we do that, let's check in with our friends from FHIA and see what they have going on today.
Hi, my name is Michael O'Connor with FHIA. I've been with the company now about 15 years. So one of the first things we do when we get to the home and on the roofing appointment is we want to meet with the customers and find out what their concerns are. Once we've established the concerns, we know why the homeowners brought us out here today. Now we're going to take the homeowner outside and actually walk around the perimeter of the home with them and find out exactly, where the areas are, the problem areas are, and point out some things that we might have seen that they hadn't noticed. Also let them know the different parts of the roof, what the fascia is, what the soffit is, and kind of discuss whether we're going to replace the gutters, all the different items that are concerned with the roof. One of the other things that we talk about with the homeowner at this time is pointing out that everything with the integrity roofing system is included in the contract. So there's no gotchas. All the wood, the decking, and everything that we've discussed in the appointment will be included at the final project. One of the most important things to understand about a shingle roof, especially in regards to hurricanes, is you get a great protection from hurricanes without the large investment and the expense of something like a metal roof. Shingle is going to protect you, give you years and years of warranty at a lot less investment. One of the other great things about FHIA is our factory certified installers. This helps the homeowner just in case something happens with the roof. The manufacturer backs the warranties, and they're the best warranties on the market.
Let Michael and all the experts at FHIA help you with your roofing project. Call FHIA Remodeling at 888-828-FHIA.
So, Linda, we have got finishes out of the way, but fabrics are such an important part of the conversation when it comes to custom furniture, especially with the upholstery.
Yes, it is definitely more challenging to work with leather, but it's a great option. You're buying hides and you know, you can't cover as much of an area, so you do have sometimes additional stitching and things like that.
So a leather piece, perhaps it's the same chair or sofa, may have more seams based on the size of the hide you're using.
Exactly.
But that's the beauty of leather too.
It is. There are great options in leather, and you can see it is really a huge range with
so many great
smooth,
colors,
soft, you know, different grains and colors.
Lots of great colors here. Sometimes when I need an alternative for something that's durable and maybe no staining or scratching, some really nice, beautiful vinyls.
Vinyls are great. They do not look like vinyls anymore. They look like leather.
I find when you use the word, if someone has not seen all of the beautiful innovations with vinyl these days, when they see it, they almost are mind blown that it's a vinyl.
Yes.
Now we've got some other beautiful things here, some velvets, some microfiber suedes. Would you say that those are equally popular when it comes to larger upholstered pieces?
Yes, they've really come a long way as well. Those are now in performance, so if you spill something on them, it rolls right off, and that has really become a very big part of fabrics now.
And that might be something like this here.
Yes, these come in all, you know, different colors, different piles. It's great with kids. It's great in dining rooms. It's great if you have pets. So you don't get any of the residue that, you know, you can normally see in fabrics.
So you could do that light colored sofa and not worry.
Exactly.
I think the linen looks are also something I'm seeing a lot of with sofas and stuff, that very natural woven look.
So when you are doing linens, it is going to be a little wrinkly, and especially sometimes you want a shorter, you know, smaller cushion to avoid some of the wrinkle.
Oh, okay, so the larger the cushion, more obviously that will
Yes, you're going to get more.
So again, this is why you guys are the experts. You're able to guide based on what you see and know about how fabrics take on certain types of upholstered goods.
Yes.
Well, we've got a lot more to talk about. We are going to continue walking through what it takes to make a custom piece of furniture, and we're going to show you the next steps when we come back. Coming up next, we give the furniture form by joining fabric and frame on SoFlo Home Project. Back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our day of talking about custom furniture, and we're here at New Design with the owner, Linda Shore. Linda, so before the break, we talked about all the options and finishes and fabrics when it comes to creating a custom piece. And now I thought it would be great to jump into our next step, which is kind of prepping the frame for the upholstery.
So if we're doing a custom piece, you'll see here we apply webbing and foam. If we're doing a reupholstery, we take all the fabric off, and then we're going to reapply Dacron, and in certain cases we'll need to put new foam in if it's worn.
You had mentioned webbing. What exactly is that?
So that's going to be on the bottom of the cushions, so that gives it some flexibility so it's not a very stiff seat.
Because there were times where there would be springs, right?
Right.
So is this an alternative to the springs?
It is an alternative. It's more of an Italian way of doing sofas. We still do use springs, but more often than not we use the webbing.
Okay.
You could see the pattern that we use, and that gives it stability.
And you had mentioned all hardwood. The thing I wanted to point out to viewers is that not all furniture pieces are created the same. So when we talk about custom furniture pieces, it's really about those details of a hardwood frame, because sometimes they might be furniture board or other materials that are not as solid.
Right. So the hardwood frame, most of the sofas will last you a lifetime, especially when you're doing it custom.
The best part about furniture when it's made well is that you can continue to reuse it and reimagine it with so many different fabrics and changing up the leg style and anything else.
Right.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the cushions for a sofa itself, because we have foam and Dacron, we've got down. What are some of the options when it comes to creating a seat cushion?
So your standard seat cushion is foam and Dacron.
And that would be
Similar to this, yes. And then a step up from that is foam and down. So the foam and down, we take downproof ticking, like an envelope, and we wrap the foam in the down.
And that's nice. From my experience, I like using this when a client wants the comfort of down, but they want it to sort of pop back up when you get up.
Right.
And not typically a full down seat cushion
Right.
will hold shape once you sit and get
Right.
up, and you have to kind of fluff that up.
Exactly. So the Marshall Spring Foam and Down is a great seat cushion that really gives you that bounce back. It's filled with, we call Marshall Springs. Has an envelope of the foam. And then on top of that, we put the envelope of down.
There's a lot
it's
of
really
wrapped
luxurious.
cushion. Sounds like it.
And it's really the top tier of what you want in a cushion.
Nice. So when it comes to picking the right seat cushion, would you suggest it's best to sit on a few and find out what works? Because I feel like a sofa cushion can be like selecting a mattress.
Yes.
Everyone has a different preference.
Yes. So what we do with custom is often when we have a sofa, we'll do one cushion in their fabric and let them sit on it. And then if there needs to be adjustments, we can make them from there.
That makes sense. It's great
Yeah.
to do that. A lot of great options. I think this is where customization of a furniture piece really comes into play, because you can dial in and get exactly the seat, the look, and the comfort that you want.
Yes.
Next, we look at the latest furniture styles and trends on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we're here at New Design Furniture with Linda Shore. And Linda, we have seen a lot of how custom furniture is made. We looked at the frames, then we saw what it takes to pick the finish and the upholstery, and now that we're immersed in finished furniture pieces.
Yes. So this is not a showroom. Once the pieces are finished, they're moved in here. We set everything up so that everything is inspected before it goes out.
Figured it's a good time to give our audience a little bit of like industry terms when it comes to describing the type of sofas. So maybe we start with this behind us.
So this is a tight seat, tight back. So there's nothing,
No loose
cushions on this, just the pillows.
This is something a little more for maybe a formal living room or something
Right.
like that. It's obviously a cool shape, but not as much cushioning going on.
Right, unlike a loose seat cushion, nothing moves. This
tight
is
seat.
always going to be foam and Dacron.
Okay,
No
because this
down.
holds its shape, it's supposed to be clean,
Exactly.
and it's that
Right.
beautiful refined look.
Right.
Now here, this is more of like a true comfort sofa. It's beautiful.
Right. These are all loose cushions. What we did is, in this particular cushion, we bull-nosed the seat, which means the fabric just wraps right around to the bottom.
I see, so there's no seam at the front.
No
It's
seam.
just
And we did the
bull-noses
same
down.
thing with the back cushions, all bull-nosed. And
So
this
that's
is
a certain
all
style. Like if someone
is.
likes that look, if you don't want a true box cushion or something,
Right.
this is a way to not have that seam and that seamless look.
Exactly.
And we would consider this modular because we have lots of different pieces.
It's actually 4 pieces that
Okay.
fit together.
And these all clip together, so nothing will shift and move.
Exactly.
And now over here, we've got, again, this is 2-piece, but perhaps we talk about this being easier when you've got an elevator that you might want a sofa this big. Here we got more of a box cushion, right?
So we have a box cushion and a loose seat cushion. And then this back cushion has no foam in it. It has just fill. So you don't get as structured of a look,
yes.
which the nice thing about putting foam in a back cushion is you get that nice
That crisp
look.
yes.
And you're not always fluffing your
Right.
back cushion.
So this is a great example of, I think, a roundup of the different types. Of course, there's so many more, and I'm
Yes.
sure you have made so many different types of
Yes.
sofas. The point is, with custom furniture, The options truly are endless. Linda, this has been so much fun, just sharing with our viewers the start to finish of custom furniture pieces, and of course giving them the opportunity to see all of the possibilities. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now let's take a look at what design inspiration we have planned for you next week on SoFlo Home Project. Art meets sophisticated contemporary design. We tour a beautifully renovated condo where a simple, clean look was achieved by concealing design elements. Thanks so much for joining us this week, and we hope to see you again next week for another episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.